A very good evening to you all and welcome to UBC News Tonight. This Monday, the 30th day of October 2023. My name is Rukidi Kijjanangoma, assisted by Liz Nakakuni on the sign language desk. But first though, let's have a look at our top stories. In our top stories tonight, the Prime Minister Robina Nabanja mobilizes farmers on profitable farming. 4 pupils of Kasana Junior School in Nyendo, Masaka City die and 11 others injured in a fire. FDC recalls the resolution that established the People's Government, creates room for dialogue. And in sports, the 4-day challenge attracts over 1,000 players from different countries, and that is in badminton. Welcome back, and we are to get started with this story, and that is the Prime Minister Robina Nabanja has assured farmers in the districts of Kalungu, Sembabule and Bukoma Simbi of government support. Now, she was speaking during the mobilization campaign following a directive by President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Take a watch.
Prime Minister Robina Nabanja has concluded a mobilization campaign for farmers on the 6 policy proposals of production, multiplication, distribution and certification of seeds and stock materials. Other policies include disease control, agriculture, mechanization and irrigation, farmer education and mobilization, in addition to partnership with big landowners and interventions in the fisheries sector. In Sembabule district, Prime Minister Robina Nabanja visited Peter Nyanzi, one of the successful coffee farmers in Kinoni A village, Sembabule Town Council. Nyanzi owns 15 acres of coffee with minimum returns of about 45 million shillings. According to Nyanzi, it's through government that he managed to set up the coffee plantation through NADS, which made this his source of livelihood. The other successful farmer is Wilson Tumuhaire, who is also engaged in several enterprises such as cat and goat keeping, coffee and banana growing. Tumuhaire expressed gratitude to government for helping farmers become self-reliant through several interventions.
Government ya President Museveni ahabu bulungi bwayo byatuhereza hatu kumwenyewe tinkubere mwenye mbabasi omulumira omulunzi we Sembabule yetaaga kakati ebijumiso ebituufu nga si bya fake, yetaaga amazzi aganatambula mu nnimiro ne mu nte, twetaaga enguudo eziyinza okuyamba okulanta ebintu byaffe bye tulima ne bye tulunda bituuka mu katale. Away from farmers, Prime Minister Robina Nabanja made an impromptu visit to Sembabule Health Center to establish the challenges faced in providing services to the people. She later joined hundreds of farmers for the Agricultural Expo at Sembabule District Headquarters, where exhibition on value addition, good agronomical practices, mechanization of agriculture and a health camp, among other services, were offered. Kakati ayagala tulabe bwe tukola engeri yonna okulaba nga tutangira ebirwadde ku bisolo, mu bisolo ne mu birime. Leaders from Sembabule district, including members of parliament Theodore Sechikubo, Hanifa Kawoya, Shatsi Kutesa Msherure, appreciated government initiative.
Byonna byonna ebibadde bisibye olagidde bitambulirewo mangu ago, tweyanziza nnyo, tweyanzeege. Tweyanziza omusomo guno gw'otuleetedde, tweyanziza omwoleso gw'otuleetedde.
Abangambye ewuwo buli kitundu wali eddwaliro, ne nkugamba jangu otulamule, ettaka limala oba terimala.
The Minister for Agriculture, Fred Bweno Chakulaga, assured people of Sembabule that the government is in the process of providing water to the area by constructing dams and also fertilizers for the crops.
Ebisima damu tubireete mu district eno bibayambeko okusima damu.
Haruna Kasolo, the State Minister for Microfinance, warned the beneficiaries of Emyoga funds over mismanagement of the funds. Prime Minister Rukidi Kijjanangoma noted that President Yoweri Museveni promised continued support to farmers to increase productivity.
Kakati gavumenti egamba mwedde mu kulima ye wali sente mubadde mwabivaako mwaddukira mu boda.
She later handed over 5 motorcycles to extension farmers to help them to reach out farmers and asked other leaders in the districts of Kalungu, Bukoma, Nsimbi and Zimbabwe to mobilize farmers to engage in profitable farming. The Agribusiness Expo brings together smallholder farmers, large-scale farmers, farmer associations, agricultural researchers and agribusiness companies to exchange ideas on how to improve production, productivity and profitability.
Now some rather sad news coming in from Masaka, where 4 pupils of Kasana Junior School in Nyendo, Mukungwe Division, Masaka City, have died and 11 others also got injured in a fire that burnt down one of the dormitories at the school. The acting Greater Masaka Police spokesperson Jamada Wandera confirmed the incident.
Police preliminary investigations indicated a fire that gutted the dormitory of Kasana Junior School could have caused by a short circuit.
Dormitory entini ebaddemu abaana aba top ne P1 abamu mwe basula ne metron yekutte omuliro nga okunoonyereza.
2 pupils died in the incident and 11 were injured.
Abaana abakoseddwa babadde abaana 11 nga ababiri balabika.
It's alleged that shortly after the fire outbreak, dozens of parents rushed to the school to check on their children. The leadership of the school asked parents to calm down.
Koseddwa tujja kuleeta class bayi naye okusinziira ku mitendera egikwatagana n'omwana okumugjawo nga waliwo ekizibu miwanvu bw'oba olabye omwana wo tojja mutwala.
Joseph Oko, UBC.
Now, residents of Kavule village in Impigi district were left puzzled following an accident that claimed 3 lives and 4 left nursing serious injuries. The accident was caused by a truck that failed to brake and crashed into a supermarket, killing people and damaging property.
The fatal accident is said to have happened at about 8 p.m. leaving Bruce Mazinga, a land broker. Another one identified as innocent who was working with a Chinese company, and an unidentified child, while others escaped with the injuries after the vehicle crashed them at an evening joint where they usually rest. Bruce's widow recalls the last moments with him and explains how she had something crash outside. Residents described the deceased Mazinga as a good man and condemned reckless driving among drivers. Onlookers at the scene of the accident say the cause of the accident might have sparked off by fatigue of the driver. Mpigi police spokesperson Karim Majidu confirmed the accident.
Fuel tanker kyabadde kiva Kampala nga kidda e Masaka kyalemereddwa omugoba waakyo ne kitomera omwana akyali muto w'emyaka nga 15 ne kimutirawo. Driver waakyo n'aluzinga control n'ava ku luguudo n'agenda n'atomera ennyumba endala eyabaddemu abatuuze ng'ababiri basatu awo ne bafa.
UBC TV visited Double Cure Hospital where the survivors were admitted. I'm Ivan Juko for UBC.
Very, very sad indeed. Now, members of the FDC National Executive Committee in Kijjanangoma have decided to recall the resolution that established the People's Government to stop any related activity. FDC Party President Patrick Oboi Amuriat told the media that the party has decided to take disciplinary action on errant members. We have more in this story.
There has been disagreements among FDC party members over the alleged State House money that came in the party during the 2021 general elections. The money seems to have affected the party leadership structure. Aggrieved members conducted business outside the party headquarters at Katonga Road, the offices of People's Government. Through a decision of NEC, the party has recalled the resolution that established the People's Government.
Immediate effect, therefore, the FDC will no longer participate in any activities associated with the People's Government. This may only resume when the conflict between the two is resolved. The party has experienced internal conflicts accompanied by allegations and counter-accusations that have contributed to considerable turmoil within our ranks.
FDC President Patrick Oboi Amuriat has clarified that there are no factions within FDC and whatever Lukwago and Semuju are doing is self-contentment.
To sound a warning to our members that the FDC leadership is not going to tolerate double loyalty or divided loyalty for that matter. And whatever Lukwago and Semuju are doing elsewhere is merely for contentment, it's merely for self-satisfaction, but also serves the purpose of deceiving the public, duping and the unsuspecting public, something that we are going to resist as the FDC.
Patrick Oboi Amuriat has called upon members who have defied the Kijjanangoma leadership that there is still room for dialogue.
Dialogue is going to be between the willing and on the same footing. We are not going to go into any dialogue where somebody thinks they are above us and we are below them. Dialogue is going to be out of mutual respect. Dialogue is going to be out of two parties or several parties willing to dialogue and, in an honest manner, not in a manner where you think you are going to bully us and we are going to accept.
Meanwhile, on the leaked Electoral Commission LC elections roadmap, Amuriat says the maneuvers are purposed to confuse opposition politics.
Call upon the Electoral Commission to immediately release a clear an unambiguous roadmap for these elections. We urge the Electoral Commission to desist from playing ping-pong and to provide a level playing field for all political parties and candidates.
I'm Navka Farida and Juman Samba in Kijjanangoma.
The governments of Uganda and South Sudan have agreed to halt land-related transactions with immediate effect along border districts of Yumbe, Koboko and Moyo. Now this follows long-standing land wrangles among citizens of both countries living on borderlines. Now the cross-border security meeting resolved resurveying of the country's territories.
The cross-border security meeting held at Bobiri in Yumbe district involved two parties, that of South Sudan, led by Central Equatorial Province Governor, and Uganda team, led by State Minister for Defense, Oleru Huda, to address the long-standing rift between locals living on the Uganda-South Sudan borderline. These wrangles emanate from land transactions and ownership.
Two countries having joint security patrols by the Ugandan and South Sudanese security forces, and also ensuring that there is good coordination and communication between the two countries.
The parties resolved to halt all land transactions and agreed to resurvey borderlines.
There are also arrangements of having the borderline resurveyed to ensure that communities on both sides know where the boundaries basically stop.
Joint security patrol units have been established to ensure normal business operations and movement on the South Sudan-Uganda border. In Kitagwenda-Ibanda district, police have arrested a suspected ADF ally, Masko Farouk, who wanted to form a terror cell and recruit Ugandans into subversive activities. Another ADF remnant, Komakechi Rasul alias Kadogo, was arrested in Kampala with several rounds of ammunition.
When our teams from Kitagwenda swung in and arrested him, we established that he admitted that he was at one time in the ADF ranks after being kidnapped around 2015. Police in CPS Kampala also arrested an ADF suspect called Komakech Ransur, alias Kadogo, who was found with live ammunitions.
The flying squad along Maga recovered a fuel tank of 34,000 litres of diesel, which were stolen by highway robbers. Two suspects have been arrested.
Tracking the stolen trailer and diesel, we managed to recover the trailer head and trailer at Mailombili, that is Jinja North Division. They had emptied or offloaded the 34,000 litres of diesel, but we managed to trace the fuel station, that is Afra fuel station in Kubiri, that is Kamuli Road.
Meanwhile, police have arrested its officer in Ibuyende, Detective Inspector of Police Balikowa, for scandalous behaviours. Balikowa was accused of raping a female victim who had come to file a case of domestic violence.
30 p.m., our officer, Detective Inspector Balikowa, asked the victim to go with him. He had found a place for her to sleep. He instead drove her to his home in Nakabira Police Barracks. They bought food and drinks and afterwards sexually assaulted this vulnerable housewife on two occasions. And in the morning around 9 a.m., he dropped the victim near Namsita police post and promised to arrest her husband.
In Aswa region, Padel district, police arrested an officer attached to Internal Security Organization ISO, Ochen Michael, for double defilement of juveniles aged 13 and 12 years. Abdul Nasser Lowama and Masia Kankwasa for UBC.
Thanks, Nasir, for that story there. Now, prayers for the late Dr. Aggrey Chienji, a former Ugandan cardiologist, have been held at Namirembe Cathedral in Kampala. The late Chienji, who had also acquired an Australian citizenship, died in Sydney last month after suffering from long illness.
The body of the late Ugandan cardiologist Dr. Aggrey Chienji, who died in Australia, arrived in Uganda on Sunday, 29th October 2023. On Monday afternoon, mourners thronged Namirembe Cathedral to attend a funeral service and pay final respect to the prominent cardiologist whose name had crossed the international scene.
Era omukisa gwo Katonda ayinza byonna kitaffe n'omwana n'omwoyo mutukuvu gunywezebwe eri ffe ffenna.
Dr. Chienji, best described as a senior cardiologist and a philanthropist, died a happy man, as explained by his widow, Maimuna Chienji, who for 15 years lived with the late Chienji. At the age of 19, Maimuna met the late Dr. Chienji, but the first impression acted as a catalyst to continue with the relationship, which was made stronger after their wedding. The late Dr. Chienji died at the age of 70. The three surviving siblings told the congregation that the late was blessed with the sixth sense, which helped to turn most of his dreams into a reality.
When it comes to internet advertising of jobs, I think the Hayes was the first one to have this website for online job advertising.
Afudde bulungi nga yebase bulungi omanyi bw'otuba tulwanira mu kufa omulambo gulabika bagusika basika amaaso bakola kine bw'oba ofudde peacefully oba webase bulungi nono yebasenga mukodde yebaka bulungi.
The late Chienji, who is survived by 8 children, pursued bachelors in both medicine and surgery before finding a home in Australia, where he progressed to the status of senior cardiologist. Chienji, among other contributions, will be remembered for championing a digital environment in Uganda after introducing computer knowledge at various institutions.
Dr. Chienji yali musaale nnyo mu kuwagira CBS FM radio y'Obwakabaka. Era yawagiranga n'enteekateeka za Ssaabasajja Kabaka. Era yawa Obwakabaka ebyuma bikalimagezi ebiwerako.
Amid all positives, Chienji was challenged after charges were slapped against him, being accused of killing his then wife, Robina Chienji, a situation coupled with the accusations of funding a rebel group, which led to his exit from Uganda.
He was a reformist. He wanted Ugandans to go back to where we started in 1962. His dream would be seeing Uganda redeem a federal arrangement which empowers the regions of Uganda as per the 1962 Constitution.
Chienji will be buried on Tuesday, 31st October 2023 at Busukuma, Namurongi, in Wakiso District. Daniel Mugoya, UBC News.
The government has launched safe water vessels to ply Kalangala-Kasenyi route to reduce the number of night cargo boats transporting passengers. Kalangala District Deputy RDC, who represented the Minister for Transport at the launch of the 2 vessels at Kasenyi landing site, assured the general public that government is planning to purchase a new ferry to give a permanent safe water transport from Kasenyi to Chamuswa in Kalangala.
Passengers, including businessmen and women operating in Kalangala Island from Kasenyi landing site, have turned up in big numbers to use the safe water vessel that has been launched. The 2 vessels commissioned are managed by Nyanza Evergreen Company, which include MV, Vanessa and Nathali, will transport the business community and tourists from Kasenyi to Chamuswa Island in Kalangala district on a daily basis. According to Henry Sebunya, the Deputy Resident District Commissioner Kalangala, who represented Minister General Katumba Wamala, the one for Works and Transport, revealed that government's plans to buy a new ferry are underway.
But the government is in preparations of procuring that ferry, which will transport the cargo and transport the people to ensure the safety of our people on the waters. And this kind of arrangement is going to promote tourism in the area.
Life jackets mwezili omotoloza ntezilimu zilina okubeeramu ate ne inspection ezikolebwa regularly okulaba nti eryato lyekebejjwa ate ne balaba nti lyeryo lyerisaana okubeera ku mazzi.
The Chamuswa County Legislator Moses Kabusu noted that the safe vessel is timely and will boost business.
We want now to invite general public to come and embrace this. I know there are tourists who want to visit cultural sites in Bukasa, in Bobeke, and they have not had safer, trustable means of transport. Now we invite them to come.
It is competition that has come. Our people have been tired of traveling at night. Now, when they see that nobody will be attracted to their canals, they also opt for day transport. In so doing, accidents will greatly be reduced.
Manager operations for Nyanza Evergreen Company, Augustine Kibaya, says the journey will take only 1.5 hours from Kasenyi to Chamuswa.
Ejana emitwalo gye byebiri kitundu, Bubeke emitwalo 3, Buyange emitwalo 3, ate ne tusembayo waggulu eri erwa Nabatya emitwalo 3 n'ekitundu. Remember very well last time we had an accident which occurred on water, whereby these small wooden boat falling in the water, the leaders and we, the security team and the government, we have been paving a way how we can ease the transportation of our people.
As you make money, we pray also that you give our people the best services they require, and you also listen to them. You also have to maybe put a suggestion box on the boat, such that we can give you the suggestions we think you should work on for the better of the people of Kalangala.
The vessel has the carrying capacity of 60 passengers with simple cargo daily from Monday to Friday at a subsidized fee. Sula Kagugube compiled this report for UBC News.
We'll now take a short break, but we'll be returning with much more. Do stay with us.
Metu Bus Industries, Namamve, the manufacturers of buses for transporters, schools, tour operators, and special purpose vans and any customized vehicle. Metu Bus Industries offers a range of buses known for safety, comfort, and reliability. Depending on your needs, a bus can simply be a point A to point B people mover with just seats, or a special design that includes power outlet, Wi-Fi, television, refreshment center, and any other specification. Buy your buses from Metu and support industrialization of Uganda. Contact us on 0788 118586 or 0782 030303. Email us metuafricabus@gmail.com. Visit our website www.metubusafrica.com.
Pay or shop with MTN Momo and get cashback every week. It's free of charge.
wano nno tuli bukoto era leero we tugenda okugaba pikipiki yaffe eri omuwanguzi waffe wano we tuzze.
I'm so excited and I'm sure even all the people, all the staff at Kwaliwath, they're all excited. We thank you very, very much.
Myaka 25 nga MTN eweereza naye nga buli week tugaba pikipiki 5.
Very, very excited. I'm excited about MTN giving back to its customers. I'm really grateful. Thank you so much, MTN.
The fact that we have won really shows that people like Mama. Their services are really nice. MTN, your services are okay. The network is good. We are satisfied.
Chikola sense ne?
Use the Momo app or dial *165*3#.
In this family, we can't agree on anything. We can't even agree on what to watch. All the games to play. Ndoza Mulabi, we can't even agree on what to eat. At least the one thing for now we can all agree on is the soap to use. He likes that it's big and lasts long. Anti-economy. I like that it keeps my skin smooth. Ate alina echovu. And the children like that. It smells amazing. Everyone is happy. Movit soap comes in 4 fantastic flavors. Movit family soap is truly soap for the whole family.
Movit. All day confidence.
Hello, Mom. How did you sleep? How is Salongo? Oh, Mommy, how is Grandma? And Simba, the dog, yeah, the funny one.
Call Bona on any network in Uganda with Airtel Bona voice bundles. Dial *100*1#. Select Call Bona to choose bundles from as low as 1,000 shillings from daily, weekly, monthly, or bundles that don't expire. Call Bona on any network in Uganda with Airtel. A reason to imagine.
Sebo.
Yes?
This is the bill.
What?
Malaria testing, 10,000. Treatment, 100,000 since we put on drip.
Hey, Musao, can you read this for me? Before I brought my wife here, I'd already spent money on buying herbal medicine and drugs from the pharmacy, which didn't work.
But Sebo, the government gave out mosquito nets. Doesn't your family use them?
We got the mosquito nets, but they got holes and we didn't know what to do.
Protect your loved ones from malaria. Sew your mosquito nets whenever they get damaged to keep the mosquitoes away. Ensure all nets are tied up every morning to avoid damaging them. Ensure that everyone in your family sleeps under a treated mosquito net every night, whether it is a cold or hot season. Together, we can chase malaria out of Uganda. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health with support from Global Fund.
Did you know that you can safely and conveniently make your school fees payments anytime, any school, anywhere using Airtel Money? Oh yes! Simply pick up your phone and dial *185#. Select option 6, school fees. Choose between school pay, peg pay, or shore pay. Enter student number. Enter amount, confirm name and transaction. Enter Airtel Money PIN. A confirmation message will be sent to you upon a successful transaction. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Metu Bus Industries, Namamve, the manufacturers of buses for transporters, schools, tour operators, and special purpose vans and any customized vehicle. Metu Bus Industries offers a range of buses known for safety, comfort, and reliability. Depending on your needs, a bus can simply be a point A to point B people mover with just seats, or a special design that includes power outlet, Wi-Fi, television, refreshment center, and any other specification. Buy your buses from Metu and support industrialization of Uganda. Contact us on 0788 118586 or 0782 030303. Email us metuafricabus@gmail.com. Visit our website www.metubusafrica.com.
Are you passionate about a healthy living and wealth generation for your household? Learn how you can easily tap wealth and health from Mother Nature using science and technology. Omukenkufu Nyanzi Julius Echuma Chiwagala Chuma has written a knowledge-packed book, Money Grows on Trees, Sente Zimera Committee. Grab your copy today at 20,000 shillings only at Prof Bioresearch Equatorial Mall, Aristoc Booklex branches, Acacia Mall, Garden City, Kampala Road, and Jumia, Uganda. Or call 0703-152-152 for deliveries. Remember, Money Grows on Trees, Sente Zimera Committee book is autographed by Omukenkufu Nyanzi Julius himself.
Welcome back from that break, and this is News Tonight here on UBC TV. On sign language, it is Elizabeth Nakakoni, and I am Rukidi Kijjanangoma. Now, the senior presidential advisor on special operations and also the chairman of the MK movement, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, has tipped the communities of Ankole sub-region that it's through unity and teamwork that government can reap from the gospel of poverty alleviation. Now, this has been in a message delivered on his behalf to the communities of Ankole sub-region by the Minister for Agriculture, Frank Tumwebazi, at an event hosted at Wizibwera Playground in Mbarara District.
Over the weekend, the MK movement national leaders have been in Ankole sub-region mobilizing communities. Led by Param Mulukahara, Mike Mawanda, Tamale Mirundi and others, the team brought Shema district to a standstill before heading to Mbarara district. Located in Kashiari County, Wizibwera Playground was filled to capacity. At this mega feast, the Minister in charge of Agriculture, Frank Tumwebazi, was the chief guest who launched the regional MK movement mobilization offices.
Abakunda General MK bona okushikiro ofisi ekatongoze abarahangani hangaja.
Commissioning the area Emyoga Circle and monthly general cleaning exercise were among the day's activities performed by Frank Tumwebazi.
Town Council Muziwera, and this is symbolic.
Twaro mu kishogu abanyabwizibwera okutongoza bulungi bwansi okuyonje tawuni yitu omurumo kandi ekitenso ekyahagirwe kandi kikatongozibwa General MK.
In a message delivered on behalf of General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, Minister for Agriculture Frank Tumwebazi noted that it is through unity and teamwork that the poverty alleviation can be a success gospel.
We want to thank the NRM government. The Hallelujah is nothing but the consolidation of the NRM ideology in the new generation. Standing and speaking for what you believe in is no crime, and nobody should intimidate you. Thank you, all of you, the volunteers, the fans of General MK, who promote his brand. I want to thank you and take this opportunity to give you this flag officially to continue doing your work. So many Kijjanangoma gambere muhurre obutumwa bwa President Museveni mukore bona bagegahare mwachireze miyoga
The fireworks exhibition wrapped up the day's activities. Robert Onyango, UBC News.
Deputy Chief Justice Richard Butera has cautioned newly appointed Grade 1 magistrates against corruption as they execute their duty. He said that theirs is a service that requires ethics, as we hear in this story.
Training for 88 newly appointed Grade 1 magistrates will improve the service. The Deputy Chief Justice Richard Butera launched the training and cautioned the appointed magistrates against corruption.
This induction orientation training of newly appointed magistrates Grade 1 2023 course. It is with great honor that I make this opening remarks. I thank you for your willingness to serve the people of Uganda through the judiciary. I implore you to use your knowledge, skills, and talents to advance justice needs of our people who always strive for justice, and feel free to serve them.
He emphasized ethics and guidelines governing the judiciary.
The Constitution also directs us to ensure that aspirations of the people are taken care of in our delivery of justice. It is important to appreciate the socio-economic setting in which we operate in our respective magisterial units. For us to hand down orders of court which make sense to the community in which we live.
The training provides continuous education for the magistrates to know their role.
This induction training has been organized by the Judicial Training Institute under its mandate, under the administration of the Judiciary Act. Which mandate, the key mandate of the JTI, is to provide specialized and continuous education to the judiciary staff. And that's the purpose in which we organize this induction for you people, so that you know what you're supposed to be doing in the judiciary.
Justice Mike Chibita advised and said bribery, corruption affect national development.
You've been called to the office of Magistrate Grade 1, and the choice is up to you whether to take this appointment and this office seriously or to play around with it and degrade it. And of course, time will tell.
Crispus Ainitwe, Basilica Sharon, UBC News.
Now, government and Uganda Women's Network, ONET, have launched the Domestication of International Day of Care and Support. Now, with this, the government will start to recognize and commemorate this day in respect of the unpaid care worker.
October 29th, 2023 marked the first annual International Day of Care and Support, a United Nations Day to recognize the contribution of workers in the care economy. During the commemoration, civil society organizations raised the issue of unpaid workers, especially housewives at home, which need to be addressed in supporting the family.
And therefore today we are using this day to call upon different actors, the policy makers, the legislators, everyone, to make sure that this day is recognized, but also to make sure that we put in place means and measures of making sure that care work is part of the priorities.
Between a husband and wife, where a woman decides to stay at home and take care of the family, I think that is where they need to have some kind of agreement, because she will need some resources for her own costs, for her own expenditures, for doing a few things.
Regina Bafacha, board member of Uganda Women's Network, said that they recognizes the great work done by care workers, and government can change the mindset of everyone.
But we would like to see government putting in place technologies that can help the women and the girls who do care work to have their burden listened.
The in-charge officer at the Senior Women Involvement at the Ministry of Gender, Ariho Sheira Shaba, noted that although the day will not be gazetted as public holiday, it will be marked by the government through the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development every 29th of October.
I'll be launching it on 29th October every year as a national day, but it will not be gazetted to become a public holiday. We shall be commemorating it like any other day, like how we acknowledge the 16 days of activism.
Uganda will host the 4th Annual African Pension Supervisors Conference in November this year to enable Ugandan pension sector learn other ideas and experiences on the scheme. OBRA Chief Executive Officer Martin Nsubuga says that the conference will discuss ways of achieving sustained voluntary retirement saving by non-salaried workers.
The 2023 African Pension Supervisors Conference apps to converge the public and private sector stakeholders from Africa and beyond to discuss strategies of making pension and retirement benefits more inclusive. The 4th Annual APS Conference is organized on the theme Sustainable Pension Inclusion in Africa.
The coverage numbers we are talking about in this country are similar coverage rates in Africa. So we want to learn from each other, have a common understanding, and be able to identify those interventions that we can be able to deal with. The beauty is that once we are working together as a continent, you can be able to attract different developed partner states outside the continent that can make a contribution in this area.
The CEO, Uganda Retirement Benefits Regulatory Authority, Martin Nsubuga, says many Ugandans are still excluded from existing retirement benefits.
Now we are working on a foundation to champion the micro pension scheme agenda, but we are also partnering with different service providers in this market. Prudential is one of them, who are also developing a product that is going to fill in this space. We also supported the discussion for the amendments of the NSSF Act that is now addressing the voluntary window. So there are several initiatives. So that means there's been a foundation to identify the challenge. Now we are focusing more on the solution.
The head of research and strategy at UBRA, Mochibi Benjamin, says what perpetuates the inclusion of Ugandans from retirement savings include poverty, digital inequality, and irregular remittance of contributions by non-compliant employers.
So that tells you a lot. For instance, if people are working in Nigeria and they are Ugandans, how do they save for retirement? What could be the functional equivalence for transferability of benefits when you come back to Uganda? How do you, because right now it's not easy, because it's not clear how you do that. So we streamline all those responses to ensure that even when it means that we are regulating, or when we meet, we agree on a response that allows us to make sure that we supervise effectively, but also we create an environment that allows all citizens of this continent to save for it.
Participants to the African Pension Supervisors Conference is an opportunity to exchange ideas and experiences between delegates from Africa and other parts of the world. Robert Katamba, UBC News.
Hello, Mom. How did you sleep? How is Salongo? Oh, Mommy, how is Grandma? And Simba, the dog, yeah, the funny one.
Call Bona on any network in Uganda with Airtel Bona voice bundles. Dial *100*1#, select Call Bona to choose bundles from as low as 1,000 shillings from daily, weekly, monthly, or bundles that don't expire. Call Bona on any network in Uganda with Airtel. A reason to imagine.
Welcome back from that break. Let's have a look now at the latest in business. Now, Feed a Million Mouths International has hosted an art exhibition to raise awareness about the street art project and mitigate the physical, mental and emotional issues prevalent in the Katwe area of Machinje Division. The exhibition displayed art pieces created by children and youth in Katwe as part of the organization's Katwe project, a community-centric initiative. We have more in this story.
Empowering the less privileged youngsters and pupils of Katwe, a suburb in Kampala, is at the heart of the Feed a Million Mouths International, a community-centric initiative. Every Saturday, FAMI offers workshops on painting and drawing delivered by dedicated professional artists at Katwe Central Primary School, targeting young pupils, youth and adults living in Katwe slum and surrounding areas.
This exhibition has two objectives. First of all, we want to create more awareness in the public mind of what we are doing and why we are doing it. The second objective is for these young people from a vulnerable background to have the confidence of standing here in public saying, I am doing art live. My art is being seen and being appreciated by other people.
Some of the beneficiaries of the training showcased their works at Oasis Mall. As part of the exhibition, the public viewed and bought pieces of art or sponsored a meal for a child at Katwe Central Primary School, where the Katwe project is run.
Natandika njizo okushedinga nga okudrawinga ebyo byenjize egala mbere bulungi ate ono mbere nga mmanyi okuwa ebifaananyi just njagala nga art mumanyi.
For me, I want to make it a career. Like someone can say that, dear, I would like you to help me do as in make some art piece for me. Like that, I'll be doing them as well.
The chairman, Katwe 2 Central Zone, hailed the exhibition and empowerment initiative.
They learn much more. Plus, being busy at school, it helps us, we the leaders, if these children don't go on the streets to steal phones, doing bad manners at school, at the streets. So when they are at school, they keep doing art.
The goal of Katwe project provides a well-balanced meal to underprivileged children and youth while giving skills to harness the power of art to transform their community. As part of the exhibition, notable artists Gamasa and Dennis Sewanyana donated some art pieces to be part of a raffle draw to raise money for the Katwe project. I'm Nafka Farida and Juman Samba.
A former Minister for Agriculture, Victoria Sech-Toleko, has appealed to policymakers to invest more in the film industry and give priority to stories that women have to tell. Now, the film industry in Uganda can attract youth and could create employment with over 40% directly or indirectly employed in the sector.
If a call goes to government, I know the creative industry is new, but it is real. I suggest we start paying attention, including them in everything, especially the plans, the budget, and so on and so forth.
Sech-Toleko urged women expecting to join the film industry in Uganda to brace themselves to overcome any challenges that may result from gender and industry stereotype.
Those of you who are thinking of going into the creative sector, specifically going into film, I want you to know that it is one industry which is very, very patriarchal.
69% are women, but they are not funded. And they don't have access to cheap capital, they don't have access to markets, they don't have access to infrastructure. So if you have someone giving you a hand,
and we can, like how we've come together today as women, and see the best and put our best foot forward, then other people will just have to come and catch up with us.
Let's have a look now at sports news, and we begin with badminton, where the 5th edition of the City Tires East Africa Badminton Challenge concluded in Lugogo at the MTN Indoor Arena after 4 successful days. The challenge attracted over 1,000 players from different countries.
The final badminton tournament came to a close on Sunday evening. Over 1,000 players showed their skills at the City Tires East Africa Badminton Challenge in Lugogo, which had different age categories in team, single and double events. Kibuli SS and Bogo High School were the top performing schools at the championship. However, for Ndeje University, despite having to only focus on the single and mixed double categories, their head coach is immensely proud of the players' performances.
Of course, the tournament has been good. Of course, the other almost lost in the semi-finals in the singles. I think
play with someone just because you think they are energetic and they can perform better. It all needs consistency and training.
Prepared for my Uganda International next year, which will be in February. So hopefully I'll work so hard so that I can put
trophies and a kilo of Mandela Miller's Supreme Flour. Ling Long and Enoch were among the other sponsors that made the final badminton tournament of the year a success. Marshall, Miro, UBC News.
Golf news now, and the NCBA Bank Golf Series have entered a critical stage with announcing of the winners at Entebbe Golf Club. Various golfing categories saw spirited competition with standout winners showcasing sportsmanship and unity. John Bansentamo reports.
Some of the country's best golfers have graced the latest NCBA Bank Golf Series, tagged Yellow Ball and hosted at Entebbe Golf Club. The NCBA Bank Golf Series is unique and has tournaments played in Uganda, Kenya and Tanzania, with more than 13 nationalities taking part.
Everything has been sponsored by NCBA. The whole tournament has actually been sponsored by NCBA. And we believe that once all the other countries come together to the finale in Sigona, it is an opportunity of Ugandans to play Kenyans. It's an opportunity for Kenyans to play Tanzanians. It is a regional thing, and that is why we have sponsored this.
This is the 3rd year of this golf championship, whose winners among the juniors play at the Rome Classic in Italy and the Big Five in South Africa. There is also an all-expenses-paid trip for the overall winners to Sigino in Kenya, and a honor that fell for golfers including Peace Kabasweka.
Well, today was a good round, though I wasn't putting so well. The greens were very slow, but it was a good run, and I thank God that I came out as the overall winner.
The others recognized include John Basabose, Harriet Chitaka, Henry Sali, Dorothy Nabide, Moses Muchibi, and junior category winner Shaka Karisa.
The game really, let me say the experience was super because, one, because of this format of the yellow ball, which also puts a lot of pressure on the person who is going to play the yellow ball. But generally, yes, had a mixed round.
The winning team was Robert Businje, Richard Rutuama, Anne Abeja, and Peace Kabasweka.
And congratulations to those golfers there, and of course seeing my village mate Peace Kabasweka. Congratulations once again. And that brings us to the end of this first edition of News Tonight. Thank you so much for having kept us company. But do remember, our second and final edition will come your way at 10 p.m. On sign language, it's been Elizabeth Nakakoni and I'm Rukidi Kijjanangoma. See you at 10.
My name is Chkur Triahewa. I came from Nitiana when I was young. My original names were Taranzi Emery, Chkur Ezra. I moved to go to my father's place when I was 8 years. By that time, we were from the parade in 1985. During the government reshuffle, that's when I went to Bushenyi. I had stayed in Bushenyi for a long time. Since 85, I have never returned back to Mityana. It is in this month when I went in Mityana, I tried to find my brothers from my mother, but I have not seen them. I have not found them. I have not even found the place where we were. This place was called Ndeburungi in Mityana, where